The world is full of incredible people, and among those are individuals who live their lives by promoting positivity, despite being dealt a difficult hand in life. These 7 individuals all live their lives without all their limbs, but never let that fact hold them back. Their inspirational way of living was so compelling that millions and millions of you watch their stories across Facebook, YouTube and Snapchat. Here's a countdown of 7 amazing people living extraordinary lives without limbs.
I'll walk out the door and I feel like I'm Beyonce.
Hello.
At number 6. Tilly lost her hands when she was just 15 months old to meningitis.
I was originally diagnosed with an ear infection and sent home, but it just really escalated from there.
When I went to change her nappy, we noticed I say they look like bruise-like marks. This woman came over to me and just said, "We think your daughter's going to die." And I was just like, what? Will she live? Will she live? That's all I kept asking. And the nurses were just like, we don't know. We can't say, we don't know anything.
They did say they had to amputate my hands. And of course my family did worry about that, but for them, that was a really small price to pay for my life.
Her story went viral across the internet when she debuted her unique bionic arms.
I love to match them with my outfit. I've got quite a lot of cases. I've got 6 or 7 pairs. It's like picking out a new handbag, picking what shoes you're going to wear, matching it all together. And I just love it. It's just so much fun.
22.2 million people have watched her story online. And Tilly has even taken to improving her makeup skills using her bionic arms. Although there's some elements that still need a bit of practice.
Do you trust her to do makeup?
Don't lie.
After last night, she poked me in the eye with mascara.
In at number 5. Aged just 5, Victoria was involved in a freak electrical accident that caused her to lose both her arms and one of her legs.
El día en que Victoria perdió sus extremidades, recuerdo que estábamos jugando en el último piso de la casa.
Yo estaba jugando en patines y toqué cables de alta tensión con una vara de metal.
Estamos nosotros en el piso segundo de abajo. Escuchamos el estruendo de la casa. La casa se estremeció, parecía que había temblor, pero no era temblor. Yo subo, la veo a Victoria tirada para atrás.
De repente todos empezaron a gritar.
Y ahí fue la desesperación de irnos a la clínica y toda la cuestión esta.
Having lost her limbs at such a young age, Victoria was able to adapt to life without them, and the things she can do with her leg inspired people across the world. Due to all the incredible things that Victoria has been able to do, she's become an established influencer and uses her platform to inspire others.
Para mí, inspirar a otros es una oportunidad.
At number 4.
My name is Nikki. I'm 24 years old. I don't know if there's a specific name for my disability, but I was born without limbs. I don't have hands, I don't have knees as well.
Growing up in Zimbabwe without all her limbs, Sinikwe had it harder than most.
When I was born, it was very hard for my family to accept that I was born with a disability. Because by that time, when a child was born with a disability, it was considered to be a curse from the gods. Growing up without limbs, it was very difficult. Especially when I go out there to meet with other kids. People, they used to stare at me. Some kids, they laughed at me. So I faced a lot of challenges which made me realize that I was different.
But despite this tough start to life, with the support of her family, she learned to block out those who judged her.
I have to be kind to myself. I have to love my body. Because if I don't love my body, who is going to love me? I realized that this is the body that God gave me and I'm going to live in this body forever. So I just have to love myself and accept that this is who I am.
She's got such a big personality. She's someone who's very loving. When I look at some of the things that she's been through, I think I wouldn't have been able to go through half of the things that she went through and still have a positive attitude and mentality towards life.
Next up, at number 3, Not one, but two inspirational women who thought they were the only ones with a disability like theirs until finding one another online.
When you don't see people like you, it feels like you're the only person in the world that's like that.
I really thought I was the only one out here with that condition until I found Chastity.
We caught up with them on the day when they finally met in person for the first time.
We're going to see Jaleesa. I'm super excited. We are about 2 minutes away.
Oh my God!
I'm Chastity. I'm from Arlington, Texas. I am 32 years old.
Hi, my name is Jaleesa Austin. I'm from Houston, Texas. I am 31 years old.
You have more toes than me. I'm jealous.
44.7 million people across social media tuned in to see these two bond over their shared experiences of living life without all their limbs. And you can understand why.
I'll walk out the door and I feel like I'm Beyonce.
Hello.
At number 2 is Caitlyn. She was just 18 when she contracted meningitis.
Within those first 12 hours, literally my whole body started to turn purple, like right before my family's eyes. It progressed very fast.
We were constantly being told that they're doing everything they can, but chances are not good. Prepare yourself for the worst.
I ended up getting all of my limbs amputated.
Having to adapt to such a massive physical change at that age was a huge adjustment for Caitlyn. But she found ways of seeing the positives, and that's why this film racked up an amazing 68.5 million views.
I wanted to start my YouTube channel because I used to watch a lot of makeup tutorials. That's when I became obsessed with makeup.
You want to see me go from this to this? Then keep on watching.
I was like, that looks really fun and something that I could do.
Our number 1 most viewed video is all about Gabe, a young man who was born with Hanhart syndrome, which resulted in him having no arms or legs. But he inspired us all by showing us how he's adjusted to life without any limbs at all.
Some of my biggest proudest moments in my life would be learning how to walk, learning how to get myself dressed.
But it wasn't an easy journey for Gabe.
There were so many times when I was younger that I didn't understand why they wouldn't just do it for me. Like, I have no arms and legs, please just do it for me, I don't want to do it. And they just say, no, you can do it, you'll figure out a way.
The biggest concern as a parent, obviously, was how do we raise a son with no arms and legs to be independent? Worked hard with Gabe to help him overcome different challenges and handicaps and to help him be independent.
Despite the hardships he's faced, Gabe didn't let his condition stop him from pursuing his passions.
How's it taste? I first started dancing when I was in the 7th grade. I told myself that I wanted to try out for the talent show. I didn't tell anybody that I was trying out just because I wanted it to be a surprise. So I tried out and I made the audition and I went home and I told my family and they're like, what did you do? I was like, no, really, I danced. I performed that dance in front of my entire junior high school and I got a standing ovation. That was just a huge eye-opening moment that this is something that I could do, that I wanted to do, and that if I just pushed myself, I could definitely do it. And now I'm doing benefit concerts and helping raise money for people with sicknesses.
Gabe's story accumulated a huge 182 million views across Facebook, YouTube and Snapchat. And it's clear to see why.
I've been able to accomplish so much, and I think it's funny when people say, do you wish you ever had prosthetics? And my answer is always no, because I've already come so far in my independence without them. I like my body the way it is, and I'm proud of what it's capable of doing.
So next time you're having a glass half empty type of day, think about these 7 amazing individuals and how they've made so much out of their lives without having what so many of us take for granted.